James here with New Adventure Films. To be a great drone pilot, you need to fly with a purpose. And every great drone shot starts before the drone even leaves the ground. Flying with a purpose means knowing exactly what shot you want, how you're going to get it, and why it matters to your story. Instead of wandering through the sky, you're creating motion that guides the viewer's eye and builds emotion. What separates out average drone footage from truly cinematic aerial video is not just the camera settings, location, or time of day, it's the movement of the drone. In this video, I'm going to show you how to move your drone to get the 30 best drone shots for cinematic storytelling. I will also show you how each of these moves will impact your audience in a way that captures specific, powerful emotions. Let's get started. A push-in shot is a cinematic drone shot where you fly the drone slowly forward towards a subject or landscape, gradually getting closer while keeping the focus centered in frame. A push-in shot is meant to guide the viewer's attention exactly where you want it. In the movie industry, this has been used many times as an establishing shot. Adding to the push-in shot, a push-in rise-up shot is where you fly the drone forward while simultaneously ascending. This shot is often used to create a dramatic reveal of the area below by exposing more of the landscape as the drone rises up. A push-in tilt-up shot is where you fly the drone forward while tilting the gimbal upwards. Instead of just moving closer, the camera gradually reveals more vertical detail, shifting the viewer's perspective from the foreground to the height and scale above. This shot can be used to create a dramatic reveal by unveiling towering elements in the background as the camera tilts up. A push-in tilt-down shot is where you fly the drone forward towards the subject while tilting the gimbal slowly downward. As the drone advances, the camera reveals more of what's below, transitioning the viewer's perspective from eye level to a more grounded or top-down view. A push-in tilt-up rise-up drone shot is a powerful cinematic move where you fly the drone forward while simultaneously ascending and tilting the camera upward. This triple movement creates a layered reveal, bringing the viewer closer, elevating their perspective, and unveiling the height and scale all at once. A top-down shot is where the drone is moving in position directly above a subject while the camera points straight down at a 90-degree angle. This perspective removes the horizon and creates a flat, graphic look that highlights shapes and patterns on the ground. This shot is commonly used to show the patterns and textures in landscapes, establish geography and layout of a location, and add a unique abstract perspective that viewers don't normally see. A push-out shot is created by flying a drone slowly backwards, increasing the distance between the camera and the subject. Instead of drawing the viewer in, this shot gradually reveals more of the surrounding environment. This shot is commonly used to reveal scale by expanding from a tight subject to a wide landscape. It can also be used to create a powerful closing shot that leaves the viewer with a sense of space and completion. With a push-out rise-up shot, you fly the drone backwards while simultaneously ascending. As the drone pulls away and climbs, the foreground becomes smaller in frame and the surrounding landscape gradually opens up, creating a powerful sense of scale and perspective. A lateral slide shot is a smooth side-to-side movement where the drone flies horizontally either left or right. The drone slides across the scene, creating a sense of motion and depth as foreground and background elements shift in parallax. This shot can be used to reveal landscapes gradually, follow vehicles, or add cinematic movement to static objects. Because of the layered motion it creates, the lateral slide is especially effective for adding visual interest and professional cinematic feel to otherwise simple compositions. A pedestal up shot, also known as a boom up shot, is a vertical camera movement where the drone rises straight upwards while keeping the camera pointed forward. This shot is commonly used to reveal scale and environment. It can start tight on a subject such as a person or waterfall in this case, and then slowly rise to unveil the surrounding landscape. A rocket shot is a fast vertical ascent where the drone rapidly flies straight up, often from a low starting position while keeping the camera pointed downwards. This shot is commonly used for high-impact reveals. It can begin close to a subject and then blast upward to unveil the surrounding landscape in a powerful cinematic way. A pedestal down shot is where the drone moves straight down, often while keeping the camera focused on a subject. It can also be used to bring the viewer down to reveal a scene. Pedestal down shots are also effective for ending sequences, creating smooth transitions or gently revealing details that weren't visible from a higher vantage point. A top-down pullaway shot is a cinematic aerial technique where the drone starts low and directly above a subject with the camera pointing 90 degrees straight down and then flies upward and backward to reveal the surrounding environment. This shot is commonly used for dramatic scale reveals and clean transitions. The top-down perspective creates strong graphic compositions, patterns, and symmetry, while the pull-away movement adds depth and context, making it a powerful way to open or close a cinematic sequence. A standard orbit shot is where the drone flies around a subject at a consistent radius and altitude while keeping the camera locked on the center point of interest. The drone maintains smooth, even motion, creating a balanced and controlled rotation around the subject. This shot is commonly used to highlight a subject from all angles while adding cinematic motion. A parallax orbit also circles a subject, but instead of staying perfectly centered, the drone's movement and framing create noticeable separation between the foreground, subject, and background elements. The key difference is depth perception. A standard orbit emphasizes a symmetrical and clean rotation. A parallax orbit emphasizes layered motion and spatial separation, making the scene feel more three-dimensional and dramatic. A slow cinematic orbit is a large radius circular movement where the drone flies in an arc around a subject from a greater distance while keeping it framed in a wide-angle composition. Unlike a tight standard orbit, this shot emphasizes the surrounding landscape, allowing the environment to play a major role in the visual story. Because of the wider radius, the movement feels smoother and more majestic, making it ideal for storytelling moments where the location is just as important as the subject. An ascent orbit shot is where the drone circles around a subject while gradually gaining altitude at the same time, causing the perspective to shift from eye level to a higher, more expansive view. This shot is commonly used in creating dramatic scale reveals, transitioning from an intimate subject shot to a wide establishing view, or ending a sequence with a sense of lift and cinematic closure. A spiral orbit shot is a complex aerial maneuver where the drone orbits a subject while simultaneously ascending or descending while moving closer or further away. This shot is commonly used in delivering powerful cinematic reveals, transitioning from a tight hero shot to a sweeping landscape view, emphasizing scale, isolation, or grandeur, or ending sequences with an epic, elevated perspective. A descent orbit shot is a cinematic aerial move where the drone circles around a subject while gradually descending in altitude. The result is a smooth spiral motion that wraps around the subject while revealing new angles and perspective as the camera drops. The descent orbit is commonly used to add dramatic emphasis to a subject or transition from a wide establishing shot to a more intimate framing. The dolly zoom can be done by either moving away from a subject while zooming in with the focus or moving towards the subject while zooming out. It's commonly used by filmmakers to represent the sensation of vertigo, of falling away from oneself feeling, or a feeling of unreality. A lead shot or lead tracking shot is an aerial cinematography technique where the drone flies in front of the moving subject, looking back or straight ahead while moving backwards. This technique, often used for revealing landscapes while keeping the subject in focus, creates a depth and sense of progression in the scene. A side tracking shot is when the drone flies parallel to a subject, keeping it framed from the side while matching its speed and direction. This type of shot commonly is used to showcase motion in a dynamic, cinematic way, reveal landscapes gradually while keeping the subject as the focal point, and create a strong sense of speed and direction. Side tracking shots are especially effective for storytelling because they allow the audience to move with the subject, creating immersion while still highlighting the surrounding environment. A rear tracking shot is where the drone follows directly behind a subject, matching its speed and direction while keeping it centered in the frame. The camera stays locked on the back of the subject as it moves forward, creating a smooth, continuous flow effect. This shot is commonly used to create a strong sense of forward motion and momentum, place the viewer in the journey with the subject, and build anticipation as the subject moves towards a destination. Rear tracking shots are especially powerful for adventure, travel, and action sequences because they make the audience feel like they're part of the movement. A low-altitude follow shot is a dynamic camera movement where the drone flies just a few feet above the ground while tracking behind or alongside a moving subject. By staying low, the drone exaggerates speed and enhances foreground motion, creating dramatic parallax as terrain rushes past beneath the frame. This shot is commonly used to intensify the feeling of speed and adrenaline and create a more immersive ground-level perspective. A foreground mask reveal shot is a cinematic filming technique where the drone starts behind a close-up obstacle, the mask, such as a tree, wall, ridge, etc., and moves to reveal a subject or landscape behind it. This movement builds anticipation, adds depth, and creates a sense of surprise or discovery for the viewer. A crane down shot is a smooth, vertically descending movement where the drone starts at a higher altitude and gradually lowers while moving forward and keeping the camera locked on a subject. This shot is commonly used to reveal scale and environment by transitioning from a wide aerial view down to a subject, creating dramatic entrances when opening a scene, draw the viewer's focus from the surrounding landscape to a specific area, and to give a cinematic feel as the camera settles into the scene. A rising tilt down shot is where the drone ascends vertically while the camera simultaneously tilts downward. As the aircraft climbs higher, the gimbal angles towards the ground, gradually revealing more of the scene below. This shot is commonly used to create dramatic reveals. It's especially effective for transitioning from a close or mid-level view into a wide top-down or semi-top-down composition. The move adds scale, depth, while guiding the viewer's attention from the subject to the broader environment. A descending tilt-up drone shot is where the drone gently lowers in altitude while the camera tilts up. As the aircraft descends, the gimbal gradually angles towards the horizon or sky, shifting the viewer's perspective from the ground to the subject or background above. This shot is often used to create a dramatic subject reveal, emphasize height or scale, or add a sense of emotional lift while physically moving downward. A dynamic reveal combo shot is a cinematic aerial maneuver that combines multiple camera and drone movements simultaneously. It's commonly used in unveiling a scene and transitioning from a close-up focus on a subject to a wide, sweeping landscape view. By combining actions like moving backwards, gaining altitude, and panning and tilting the camera, it adds depth, suspense, and a grand sense of scale, making it a popular technique for establishing locations or ending scenes. A compound parallax move is a highly cinematic 3D effect shot where the drone moves sideways or orbits around a close foreground object, causing it to shift position faster than the background. Unlike a simple parallax shot, a complex parallax combines this lateral movement with other simultaneous motions, such as a panning of the camera, changing altitude, or zooming to create a deep, immersive, and often dramatic, fast-paced effect. There are other drone moves used in making great cinematic videos, like hyperlapses. Hyperlapses will add a whole new dimension to your filmmaking, so watch my video on how to create time and hyperlapses. And I've created a whole series of videos on subjects like how to get the best audio from your drone, how to get the best video quality from your drone, and much more. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification icon so you will always know when my latest how-to and adventure video is released. And if you find this video helpful, please hit the like button. Thanks for watching.